Everybody, welcome back with the Purplatypus is the name. Today we are going to talk about the Etheria Restart rebate program. So you probably saw it in the title or thumbnail, whatever I'm putting it in. There is going to be a beta coming out soon. I believe it's on the 28th. But it is going to be a beta with a wipe that is going to have full payment features in the game. Now, before we jump into it, I'm going to do a quick run through of all of it so you can kind of understand the system. That way you don't just go in there all willy-nilly. But yes, if this is something that kind of sets your BS meter off, your spidey senses, your scam meter, if you're like, what? This is a wipe? This is a data wiped beta test with full payment features? What? I totally understand that. Like when I first heard about it, I kind of felt the same way. And honestly, if this isn't your thing, you think it's something that you don't want to engage in, then just don't bother engaging in it. However, an alternate way to look at it, I suppose, would be you are getting more than you put in. So we'll go over the numbers, but basically for low spenders, you're going to get double. You put in $50 of money when the game comes out, you're going to get effectively $100 of in-game, right? So I think this is not a way for them to cash grab money before the game even comes out. I think this is primarily to, one, test the system, make sure that they're actually able to process their payments, stuff like that. And yes, encourage people to spend early, but also it is a way to help those people that actually are interested and feel like signing up and like joining the game early, kind of give them a little bit of a bonus, you know? Yes, they're so generous letting us spend money early so we can get even more value, but I actually don't think it's really that big of a deal after the initial impact of like, it was just an alien concept to me, but apparently it's not that weird. So without further ado, let us jump into it. This is a paid closed beta test with data wipes. When they officially launch, this says to use the word refund. It's really a rebate. You're not getting your money back. You're going to be getting what is called Hydra vouchers. So you get them at a rate of 1 USD is 1 Hydra voucher when the game officially launches. So these are the 3 tiers. And what's very important here is that this is like the US tax system, right? These are brackets. So if you spend $1,000, your first $100 are going to get a 200% rebate. Your next $100 to $400 is going to get the 150%, and then your $400 to $1,000 is going to get a 125%, and then anything above $1,000 is a 10% additional on top of, you know, the dollar to dollar plus 10%. So it's not like if you spend $1,000, the entire thing is that 110%. It is still going to be the first 100 is 200% and then 150. So if you're a low spender, you're going to get the most value out of the system. If you spend $10, you're going to get $20, right? So that is pretty nice for people that are jumping in and testing the game early. Now, they also are going to have 2 different battle passes. It sounds like, who knows exactly, not battle passes, but like monthly passes, right? It'll be all gacha games have it. You have some sort of gems per day. Like you'll get like a certain amount up front, and then you'll get some per day for the next 30 days. And they'll have a premium version of it that probably does something way less good in terms of getting pull currency, but might have a cosmetic, might have some other kind of like extra fast auto battles or some sort of quality of life thing behind it is my guess. But what is really good about buying these is if you buy these, the full amount of money you spend on these will go in the same bracket. So let's say it's $10. This $10 will go into this $200, 200% voucher. So you get $20 back. But in addition to getting the 20 Hydra vouchers, you're also going to get a free, you're basically going to get this when the game launches as well. So you're basically getting the monthly subscription and 2 times the value of the monthly subscription. So in a way, for buying it once, you're getting it 3 times. So that could be a pretty good way to spend money early on. However, because this is a better deal than the most of stuff, they are capping it at 2. So if you try to buy 10 of these monthly supply packs for like the next, it's for the next year, I won't need to buy it. And then I'm also getting 20 monthly supply packs worth of currency. It's not going to work. They are going to cut it off at 2 monthly supply vouchers. And I believe it will also allow you to do one of the premium ones as well. So a monthly supply voucher provides 30-day benefits. We don't know exactly what it does, but that's functionally what it is. And then if you look over here, we have more ways to spend money. So premium pass is going to be different than the monthly pass, right? So, I mean, this is gotcha, man. Honestly, it's like all this stuff is like kind of fine, but I just want to make sure it's clear for you. There's a monthly supply card. But then there's a premium pass, which is going to be some sort of battle pass. And then there is an ultimate pass, which is probably going to be almost the exact same thing as the premium pass, except in a lot of games like this, like in Sword of Convallaria, you're going to get 10 more levels and then a couple extra cosmetic things on top of it. But functionally, it's going to be almost the exact same stuff without much value. These, it seems like you can buy multiple of them, and they will give you the premium pass once it launches. So this is a similar kind of rebate where you're going to get the premium pass and the dollar amount is going to go to it as well. They have a few examples here, and the main thing to point out here is the monthly supply voucher. They're getting 2 of them, but they're still getting the premium. And I did the numbers here. So if you actually add up how much they spent, right? $100, $300, $600, $76.86. They spent $1,076 in this example, and they're getting 1,485 vouchers, and they're going to get 2 monthly supply vouchers and a premium exchange voucher. Now, I think this is a very high amount of money to use as an example, but I think they want to express all of the different brackets in one formula so you can see it. But really, point is, up to $99.99, you're going to get double the value, and you're going to get these back. So if you cut off most of the spending, if you're spending about $100, you're going to get 200. Spend $100, you're going to get 200 vouchers. So that's going to be where it's really good. Now, this is the thing that is very important. Anyone that purchases anything, this part's not important. You're going to get a dumbass outfit. That's cool, whatever, if you like outfits. I'm not into it. But this is what's important, and this is where my actual information is going to end, and I don't know the answer, but I just want to give you a word of warning to be cautious. After the official launch, each XD account will automatically receive all rebate items via in-game email. Rebate items can only be claimed once. So this is going to be locked to your XD account, and you can only claim it one time. So this is where I just think you need to be careful. Make sure that if you're re-rolling, you don't log into an XD account, create an account, get your rebate, and then decide you want to re-roll. You're going to lose that rebate. So I don't know how re-rolling is going to work with the rebate. I honestly don't re-roll in games that much. You might be able to just log in and do guest accounts and then re-roll, and then tie it to your XD account and then claim your rebate and move on. I assume that's going to be how it works, but I just want you to be aware that it can only be claimed one time. And so you want to be careful when you're tying this into your XD account if you are actually going to be spending money on this version of the game, which again is the beta coming out on about the 28th. They have like an official announcement of everything coming up on the 25th that will be live streaming, 25th or 26th, that will be live streaming, and then we'll have all the information there. Also, you must claim the rewards within 30 days. They will expire. So you have to make sure you log into your XD account, and you can claim them once and only once within 30 days. So you got to be cautious when you're doing this. It's a pretty good way for players who want to spend some money to have a really fun thing. But keep in mind, your progress will be wiped. If you spend $100 and pull all your legends, that does not mean that same $100 is going to get you those on the other end when you get them when the game comes out. And also, there is currently vouchers in the shop, in the Hydra vouchers, but I wouldn't actually trust this if you see this. Like, these numbers feel like they're so far off of what's going to be realistic. Like, this is theoretically $68 if it's one voucher, $1, and this is worth functionally a couple pennies. So this is like they gave everyone a bunch of vouchers. I think, not me, but they gave the content creators and other people a bunch of vouchers at the last release, and that's what these prices are based on. So this should all be revamped to be much more realistic, but they are going to be vouchers. So you are likely not going to be able to use them to go and buy. You might be able to, but in order to get like the first gem top up, $100, you get double the gems. You might not be able to use your vouchers to do that kind of stuff. You might be limited in what you can actually buy with them. So it is a little bit of like, this kind of sucks. Why can't this be perfect and everything I want? But also, you are getting 200 to 300% value on your first $100 spent. So if you're a light spender and you planned on spending $50 when the game comes out, maybe you only spend $20 and you end up with more than you were going to get. Maybe you spend all 50 and end up with way more than you were going to get. So overall, I think this is a positive, but there is a little bit weird, and I haven't seen this before, so I kind of wanted to give you guys a quick little rundown of what it is, what you can expect, what the brackets are, and where to be cautious. Anyway, guys, that's all for this one. Much love, Purplatypus is Purplatypus. I'll see you on the flip-flops. Bye!
On the rise, watch the views go up. Content king, never down, always showing